Good day, everyone, and welcome to class. I'm so happy to have all of you join this training, and I would like to promise each and every one of you that at the end of this training, you must have on your own set up and managed your own hydroponics system from seeding to harvest. My name is Francis Chukwebukawankwa, and I'm going to be your guide for this training. And for today's class, we are just going to have a brief introduction on hydroponics. So, what is hydroponics? So the word hydroponics comes from two words, hydro and ponics. Hydro meaning water, while ponics meaning work or to work. So if you join the two together, you have water works. So hydroponics is a system of soilless farming in which plants are grown in water containing nutrients. So I said hydroponics is a system of soilless farming, meaning that we don't use soil in hydroponics. And soilless farming is a general name which refers to all systems of farming that do not involve the use of soil, of which hydroponics is one of them. You have aeroponics, you have aquaponics. Aquaponics is a system in which wastewater from fish ponds and fish farms are used to grow vegetables. Talking about soilless farming, one of the frequent questions I usually get from people is, why soilless? What is wrong with soil? And firstly, we found out that over 40% of pathogens that affect plants come from the soil. So if we eliminate the soil factor, we have successfully eliminated 40% of the pathogens that may affect our plants. And that's a lot. Now, we also find out that, yes, land is available, but only about 35 to 40% of this available land are suitable for agriculture, for example, in Nigeria. So you find out that the whole other 60 to 50% are just rocks and mountains and muds and sandy soils that are not good enough for agriculture. And thirdly, in soil farming, you can only utilize this horizontal space that we have. But what if we can devise a system that makes use of this horizontal space as well as this vertical space that is practically infinite? Just as we have utilized both the horizontal and vertical space in house construction. The other reason why we advocate for hydroponics is you find out that it has a better performance than soil farming. Why? In hydroponics, the plants don't compete with each other for nutrients. The nutrients are fed directly to them. They are not competing with weed. They are not competing for space. And if the hydroponics is placed in a greenhouse, they are also shielded to a great extent against harsh weather. And at this point, I would also like to correct a false impression that some people have. Hydroponics on its own will not guarantee you a good performance of your plants if all other factors are not taken care of. If your hydroponics is not placed in a place where your plants will get maximum sunlight, it will not grow well. If you don't control pests and insects around your plants, it will not grow well, in spite of your hydroponics. Talking about soilless farming, is very important that we understand the function of soil to the plants so that we can be able to efficiently replace it with something that can perform similar or even better function. So what are these functions of soil for the plant? Number one, support. The soil serves as a support to hold the plants in place so that breeze won't carry the plant and so that the branches can grow, so that the fruits can stand. That's the first function of soil, to provide support for the plant. Secondly, soil serves as a medium for water retention, so that when you water the plants in the morning, the soil holds onto the water so that the plants can have access to this water from morning till the next day or the next time you're doing the washing. So the second function of soil is what? Water retention. Third function of soil is aeration. You find out that the roots of the plants need air to function effectively. So if you want to replace the soil with another medium, that means you have to find a material or a system that can sufficiently provide support, aeration, and then water retention. So it's very important that you know these three things. Now let's talk about the different types of hydroponics. You have on a broad scale, you have the circulatory and non-circulatory types of hydroponics. On the circulatory part, you have NFT, nutrient film technique, you have the Dutch bucket system and the raft system and so on. Under the non-circulatory system, you have the Kratzky system and the substrate hydroponics. For the purpose of this training, we're talking about the Kratzky system of hydroponics and the substrate system. Next, we're talking about the Kratzky system of hydroponics. But for us to do that, I would like each and every one of us to have something like this designed, really to follow me up as I do the practicals. So all you just need is a container, something like this. Then you simply take the cover and perforate it. You can have 4 of these, you can have 3, you can have 2, but I would like to experiment with 4 and see how it will perform. So you can use, if you have a screw, you can use a screw to open it up, or use hot iron. There are standard net cups that are used for hydroponics, but you can as well use something like this. This is just your normal party wine cup that I perforated. Just make enough space around it, something like this, and then have as much as you may need. You will need a measuring scale or a measuring cup or a measuring spoon. Then you need hydroponics nutrients. You will need, if you don't have this kind of container, this one is okay, this one is okay, and that's all. So I would like all of us to have these things gotten ready by next class. And if you need any of them, I can help you, especially with the nutrients. I know I've dispersed the nutrients to some of you, but if you don't have the nutrients or seed, I can direct you to places you can buy it around your location. All right. Thank you and see you in the next video.